All right. I was thinking about a birthday cake. So it may be like you may know a Taurus, or it may even be like your dog's birthday or a pet's birthday. Maybe it's an anniversary or something, and you're celebrating with the cake somehow, some way. Someone can no longer intimidate you. You feel like you already know what you need to do to kind of repair and or renovate your surroundings, your lifestyle. Yeah, so it's like whatever someone comes to try to say to trick you out of something or manipulate you out of doing something, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just get myself back grounded. You can be exercising more, in the gym more. Maybe you feel like this is a sacred space what you have, or there's some type of creativity that you're tapping into that you feel like is sacred. Maybe you're not really sure how precise this can go or how something's going to build. Yeah, you feel like something may restrict you long term, but you're kind of worried about it. But it seems like you're still tackling it. You're still at least starting, for sure. Your community will kind of balance out. Your community will find you. Whether this is actually people around you, your family, your friends, or just whatever it is that you're aspiring to in your career. You've been seeing the signs, so continue. You just may have a fear of change. Okay? You may want a space of your own. Even if like you live with someone else, you're like, I just need, like, I'm gonna change this little room or I'm gonna change this closet, or I'm gonna change something about this so that way I can like at least have some type of space that's peaceful for me. You've been seeing signs that something about your job or something with your career is just not it. It's not cutting it. Whether financially it's not cutting it, but you hit some type of glass ceiling, so you feel like you can't go up. You just feel like I'm just not sure. You feel like there's nowhere else to go, or it's hard to get a job in this market, something like that. Also, make sure this is not attacking your self-image. So don't start to doubt yourself based off of like whatever's going on. Figure out what you can do, or figure out what your decisions are, or where you want to go with your life. Because you can always pivot. You can always change. Okay. You could be cleaning a lot. You may know somebody that likes to stress clean, so instead of speaking up, they start to clean. You could be seeing some type of pattern when it comes to them and or their family, or just how they act whenever like things are kind of peaceful. It's like, okay, well, when we're not sleeping together, when we are just around each other as friends, or when we are, supposed to be hanging out and having some free time, it seems like we're actually just drinking, or we're entertaining some type of addiction, and that makes us feel good for the moment, but you have some type of fear of like, okay, well, this has to end at some point in time. And if we get committed, or we have some type of image at the point that we do this and it ends, then what kind of illusion or reality are we going to be living in? It's like every time you get with a person, you always drink, or this person has to do certain things in order to have a good time and just to be able to relax. But you're like, okay, so is this what it's going to be like married to you? Okay. They also could have some type of illusion that like, okay, well, I have this authority, or I'm creating this picture, or they're trying to create some type of illusion. They don't want to go through some type of ending. And so they're addicted to making things sound good and or feel good for you. They're maybe coming back towards you to say, okay, well, look, I'll give you the freedom. You can do whatever it is that you like, or, whatever the case may be, as long as we have this relationship or this partnership together, as long as you come back home to me, essentially, whether you or them. So you're going to have to be the one to decide, like, okay, do I want to learn from this? Do I want to go back and fill this void just because, even though I know that this person is inadequate and this person has some type of, like, family trauma that they need to speak up about and clean up, when it comes to that situation? Or do I want to tackle this fear of change, focus on my career? I don't really see myself and how things are going so far, but I know that I want to get some type of signs. And at the point that something is locked down and or, unavailable, I'll meditate on a creative way to find people to help me, or find a support system or safe space until I'm able to rebuild. You don't have to be manipulated in order to change and or to have a new environment. Okay, you literally can run out of a situation that's not getting you no peace and or rest, and it's like it's not facing you either way. The choice is literally yours. Okay, something about you and taking your kids to school, or maybe you have a meeting with your school's teacher, or maybe your child's teacher, or whatever the case may be. What's going on for water signs? Okay, so once you realize that you have everything that you need, that you can take some type of action, that you can activate your willpower, you won't be able to get out of any type of negative thoughts. You'll start to be able to focus on your career, focus on whatever actions you need to take, know what choices that you need to take, even in the moments that you feel tired and or exhausted. I feel like whenever you feel anxious a little bit, you get tired and frustrated and you don't really want to move, you kind of just hold yourself back. You kind of distance yourself and kind of just sit at home and not do anything. Okay, so this is teaching you to keep some type of movement, even in a little bit of sense, whenever you feel like you have some type of imposed restriction. It's like, oh, I can't do that. Or you're telling yourself you can't do that. Or it's like, oh, I don't know how to. You're telling yourself that. Okay, but as you tell yourself that, still put down the groundwork to get things done, because then you'll slowly see things change. So in about 18 or 19 months could be important. Somebody could have a toddler, or they're shopping for baby clothes. Maybe that's what the cake is. It's like either a baby shower or a celebration for a child. Okay, so watch who you're around, because there may be someone around you, and it may be a hard choice, but you may have to cut them off because they give you some type of doubt in what you're trying to complete and what you can do. This could be somebody that you've known for a while or that you had a relationship with. Whatever it is, you need to trust yourself, okay? Because it's not really as much of a burden as you're going to think. You just need to sit back and reevaluate. You need to ignore this person and what they're trying to create, because I feel like what they are trying to create is some type of insecurity in you. Okay, they want you to struggle when it comes to your pride and or your emotions, or you're going to go do this to someone else. And if you're doing this to someone else, and this is a Capricorn, while they're trying to adapt, it seems like they're going to be precise. They're going to have some type of new beginning. They're going to completely be something systematic or do something traditionally, and at that point they're going to stabilize. This person also could be juggling. I don't know why this matters to you, but they could have two different options when it comes to men. This person could be a Taurus, a Gemini that's going to be patient with them and want to actually pursue a marriage, or this is a Virgo or a Leo that wants a fresh new start. But at the same time, this Virgo or Leo could be attached to a Pisces or an Aries, and they're trying to support both of these people for an opportunity to work as a trio, because they're sad that they had to go through some type of heartbreak, or that what is all this got to do with you? What is this? You're a water sign. You may be the Pisces. Maybe somehow you know a water sign. Maybe you know the family member. Maybe you know a family member who is a water sign and you're a Libra. A family member, a cousin, or a best friend. What is you know a Cancer? My eyes went to Cancer. Why how do you know the Cancer? If you're a Libra. You have some type of curiosity about this person. You feel like they have some type of fear of letting go of the person that you're dealing with, and they make this person seem very dismissive. There's something you don't like about this person, or there's something you feel like they're trying to do in secret. Are you curious if are they trying to lie about them loving each other? Yes. You think these are two men? You don't know if you're confused about it or not, but you're in your head because you feel like, oh, this would be the worst. It turns out that I can't move in, or I can't do something with this person because they're bisexual, or they're gay, they got some type of addiction, and you may have to move on. Is this the case? That may make you unhappy. You could be a Pisces or a Libra. If you're a Pisces and a Libra, maybe y'all know somebody in between each other. Do y'all know somebody mutually? Who do you know? Y'all both are trying to go away from somebody. This could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Sagittarius, a Libra, or an Aries. An Aries. Hopefully this makes sense to you. Let's just go to confirmations. let's just skip there. Let's do that. All right. Confirmations for water signs. Water signs. Alright, it seems like you're more equipped for something now. If you had a question, the answer is yes. Okay, even about them and or about you. They believe you now, or they're about to. You may need to rent a car for a situation, or you're traveling somewhere, you'll rent a car when you get there. Something that just seems like it's too messy, okay? You could be having some type of panic attacks and or dealing with the courts. Alright, no ifs, or buts, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You could be telling this to a child. You could have heard this as a child, or you're dealing with this earth sign who has a child, okay? You're not confused, okay? They could have been given misleading information. What's going on between you and this earth sign? Alright, this earth sign could have been told no. Okay? Maybe they were trying to move on and date people that they could move in with. They could have been moving or dealing with the fire sign. But this person is mixed up, got in the mix somehow because they're confused with their sexuality. And again, they were told no, but they didn't trust some type of red flag. They were told no. Their health could be involved, and or they are also dealing with an air sign. And this could be a friend of someone else, and they've been patiently trying to, it's drama. It's like maybe you're dealing with the earth sign and you're realizing their life is too messy. And you're like, look, I'm trying to focus on my own studies, my own finances, my own love life. I'm not going to be going no tit for tat for you. There could be some type of emergency, or somebody may need an emergency service, okay? You realizing somebody was playing both sides. You were interested at one point in time, but now you're not going to play this game anymore. There's some type of body aches or pains. Either with you or someone who's a father figure. This could be a dad, a baby dad, a grandpa, uncle, absent dad, a stepdad, whatever the case may be. Good luck.